Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors. But first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Draymond Green gloats over Jalen Green's struggles. Go paint your nails. The Golden State Warriors-Houston Rockets playoff rivalry took another colorful turn. Green versus Green. Warriors veteran forward Draymond Green got into Rockets young guard Jalen Green's skin after their 104-93 win in Game 3 on Saturday at Chase Center. Draymond gloats over Jalen's miserable performance in the pivotal Game 3 and mocks him to paint his nails after the Warriors held the Rocket star guard to just 9 points on 4 of 11 shooting after erupting for 38 in Game 2. Draymond's taunt was a reference to Jalen's video in 2020 for talking about painting his nails to match his hand tattoos. The Warriors forward played it coy after the incident. "Yeah, the game was over," Draymond told reporters. "Don't matter." But the Rockets guard took umbrage at Green's taunting. "Just talking," Jalen told reporters after the game. "Steph Curry had a good game. The reason they won just talking. Draymond can't really do much of anything else. So talking is his only way." Draymond struggled defensively with only 7 points on 11 shots, but he anchored the Warriors' stifling defense with 2 steals and 3 blocks. The Defensive Player of the Year finalist held Jalen to 1 of 4 shooting, when he was his primary defender according to the NBA matchup tracking data. "I'm not sure what he took. Umbrage too," Draymond told reporters. "But it was a good win for us." Draymond added 4 assists and he was a plus 12 in 34 minutes as the Warriors took a 2-1 series lead over the number 2 seed Rockets without Jimmy Butler. On the other hand, Jalen was -4, the second worst among all Rockets players who saw action in Game 3. The Rockets have been vocal about their disdain for Draymond. Ahead of Game 3, Dillon Brooks passed the blame on Draymond Green, while defending Ian Thompson from the Warriors fans who labeled the young guard a dirty player for undercutting Butler in Game 2 that led to his injury. "No, I think the dirty player is Draymond, giving a man a little push," Brooks told reporters following Friday's practice. "Jimmy was fighting there for a rebound and stuff happens. A man is not a dirty player. He has nothing to do with being a dirty player. We're not worried about that. We're on to the next game, and we hope Jimmy can get better." Butler exited with 151 left in the first quarter in Game 2. He was later diagnosed with a deep glute muscle contusion that kept him out of Game 3. Asked to comment, Draymond offered none. "I don't have one," Draymond told reporters after Game 3. Brooks fouled out with 347 left as he helplessly watched the Warriors close out the game with a 12-7 run. Curry carried the bulk of the scoring load for the Warriors in Butler's absence, finishing with a near triple-double, 36 points, 9 assists and 7 rebounds. But he had plenty of help. Buddy Hield added 17 points off the bench. Gary Payton, too, who was questionable with right shoulder strain, sparked the Warriors' strong finish with 11 of his 16 points in the fourth quarter. "To see everyone step up in his absence was huge," Draymond said. Jimmy Butler posts 4-word message after Warriors Game 3 win. The Golden State Warriors secured an important win over the Houston Rockets on Saturday, April 26. Golden State now holds a 2-1 lead over Ime Udoka's team, and will remain in the Chase Center for Game 4. What's even more impressive is that Golden State's win came despite Jimmy Butler being out of the rotation. The All-Star forward is dealing with a deep glute muscle contusion which he sustained in Game 2. In Butler's absence, Stephen Curry stepped up to take control of the game. The veteran sharpshooter ended the night with 36 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds. He shot 52.2% from the field and 38.5% from deep to help his team take control of their opening playoff series. Following the game, Butler took to Instagram to send a forward message to Curry and his teammates. "Thanks, Batman and team," Butler posted. Butler has been a key part of the Warriors roster since arriving at the February 6 trade deadline. His physicality and two-way production have elevated Steve Kerr's team, while his rim pressure has opened up the perimeter for Curry. Still, Golden State fans will undoubtedly be pleased that the rest of the roster was able to step up in Butler's absence. With Butler ruled out due to injury, he made for a vocal presence on the bench throughout Saturday's game. When asked about Butler's words of wisdom during his post-game news conference, Buddy Hield joked that the former Miami Heat star's advice was terrible. "Robin was out tonight, so I had to step up." He said, "Terrible. Terrible advice. I just tuned him out the whole time. Nah, he's been good. He's been positive. He's been telling me how to read drives. He's talking, encouraging everybody. Especially when Draymond Green got a tech, he was letting everyone know that was good for our team." He and Butler have made for a hilarious duo in recent months. Both stars seem to bounce off each other's personalities, which has made for an entertaining subplot to the season. The Warriors have another home game before heading back out on the road. If they can make use of their hometown crowd to secure another win, they will be in complete control of the series. Houston may be an impressive team, but they lack postseason experience. We've seen how savvy this Warriors roster can be when facing inexperienced opponents. As such, Steve Kerr will likely be instructing his team to chase a second straight win. A victory on Monday would ensure that the Warriors could close out their series in Game 5, or potentially Game 6, which would be back at home in the Bay Area. And should the Warriors secure progression onto the Western Conference semifinals, a matchup against either the Los Angeles Lakers or the Minnesota Timberwolves would await. For now though, winning on Monday and then closing out the series should be the only thing on Golden State's mind, especially if Steph Curry can sustain his current level of play. Jimmy Butler injury update. Warriors star out for Game 3. Warriors star Jimmy Butler will not play in Saturday's Game 3 of Golden State's first-round series with the visiting Rockets. He'll try to get some work done downstairs and see if he can go. Warriors coach Steve Kerr said Saturday afternoon in his pregame press conference about 2 hours before tip-off 5:30 p.m. Pacific Time ABC. Butler was then ruled out an hour before tip-off after he completed his pregame workout. Jonathan Kuminga is expected to start in his stead. ESPN Shams Charania reported on social media. Butler will miss time after suffering a bruised pelvis during the first quarter of Game 2 in Houston on Wednesday night. Butler landed on his back after being undercut by Rockets guard Ian Thompson while grabbing a rebound. Kerr previously said he and the Warriors coaching staff didn't believe there was any ill intent by Thompson, who squeezed between Draymond Green and Houston Steven Adams, stumbling into the legs of an airborne Butler. An MRI on Thursday showed neither a fracture nor structural damage, and Kerr said on Friday that he was relatively optimistic that Butler would be able to go on Saturday at Chase Center. Steph Curry also suffered a pelvic contusion late in the regular season. The point guard missed 2 games in March and has worn protective equipment since returning. It has been a chippy series through 2 games, with Game 2 featuring a flagrant foul and 6 technical fouls handed out between the teams. And you fan, what do you think about Jimmy Butler's situation? Write to us in the comments.